Are you considering going tank? Yes. I am actually considering going tank. Like, no memes, no trolls, no jokes, no bullshit. I am actually considering going tank. I tanked a +5 freehold last night, and I tanked it like a motherfucking boss, dude. Like, I'm actually thinking about doing it, man. So I'm probably going... No. I know that warrior tanks are not necessarily the best, but I am, and that's the difference. So I figure if I play warrior tank, it's going to go just fine. So that's my opinion, all right? Tank is the easiest role. Well, that's the way that I see it, right? Is that tank is the easiest role in the game. So let me go ahead and explain to you guys. Now, DPS is subjectively the most difficult role in the game. Healing is objectively the most difficult role in the game. Healing is, in my opinion, overall, the most difficult, right? Here's why healing is the most difficult. Is because healing is like doing a Mythic Plus, except for instead of only having 2 affixes, you have 19 others, because that's how many people are in your raid. There's the affix of the player that stands in fire. There's the affix of the player that pulls aggro. There's the affix of the player that's out of range. There are a million different affixes that healers have to deal with, and it makes healing much, much more difficult than anything else. Now, if you're a DPS, you just sit there and you damage the boss. And, you know, obviously, if you're competing at a high level for DPS, it's much more difficult, of course, yes. But generally, I mean, there are benchmarks that you have to meet, and DPS is generally based off of its difficulty. It's based off of the other people in the raid in the same way the healing is. But it's not really as strict, because the negative outcome is usually not the entire raid dying. Now, tanking is very special. Tanking is the best role and the easiest role in the game, and here's why. If you die, healer's fault. If you lose aggro, DPS's fault. If, you know, somebody else's pulls, that's also somebody else's fault. You know, there is nothing whenever you're tanking that is your fault. Anything that you do wrong as a tank can be blamed on someone else. It doesn't matter how well you do for damage. Nobody really cares about that. They're just going to be happy they're not dead. So all you have to do is you just sit there and you do nothing. You just hit the boss. Like, if you're not in a top 100 guild, nobody's going to care about how much damage you're doing as a tank. It doesn't matter. You just sit there and do whatever the fuck you want. And if people complain about it, well, you're the tank. I mean, you tell them what to do. So if people start calling you out for your low damage, just kick them out of the raid and get somebody else that can do even more damage and make up for the fact that you're fucking lazy. You know, it is the best role in the game. And I've been denying this for a while, and the main reason that I don't play tank, okay, the main reason I don't play tank is very simple. Here's why, all right? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I don't like to be, what do you call it? I don't like to be held back. I don't like to be having to, what do you call it? I'm trying to think of a way to put it. I don't like to have to show up. I think that's the best way to look at it. I don't like to have to show up. So basically, if somebody, you know, if somebody needs me to be at the raid, I don't want to ever have to actually be there. You know, I want people to understand that there's a very, very high chance that I won't show up. And as a tank, it's a lot harder to do that, because obviously people have a lot more expectations, because, you know, they gave you all the gear and, you know, they need to do the boss, etc. So I'm completely unreliable and I never show up on time. So being a tank and doing that just doesn't work. So that's why I try not to tank too often. You don't like commitment for a video game as a phrase? Well, no, I don't like committing to anything. Like, have you guys ever seen, like, my starting screen? Have I ever committed to anything in my entire life? I really don't think that I have. Like, you know, I usually say, like, yo, guys, I might be on tomorrow, probably, but we'll have to see. So just, I'll let you guys know. And, you know, then everybody kind of assumes that it'll happen. But whenever it doesn't, I'm like, oh, well, you know, I never promised. I mean, it's the same thing with everything. I mean, just go back. You scroll down. Yeah, sub button. It's going to be soon. Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that likes commitment. I don't like to commit to anything. I like to be able to make my own decisions on the fly whenever the fuck I want. And, you know, if other people don't like that, that's too goddamn bad. I was doing some arena last night. Doing all right. We're getting up there. We're getting a little bit closer. I'm 80% of the way there towards the beefy boy. I think it's going to be happening pretty damn soon. You're committed to not being committed. Well, not entirely. I mean, I am committed to some things. I'm committed to you guys. I'm committed to you guys. I'm here, all right? Like, I was sick as fuck in the morning, and I'm here. So I don't really think there's nothing that I'm committed to. It's more or less that there are very few things that I'm committed to. And another thing that I'm committed to is getting exalted with both of these reputations today. I am going to get exalted with Champions of Azeroth today. I am going to get exalted. I'm actually not. Never mind. I'm going to get exalted with Proudmoore Albany today. I need literally 150 points. And I get it. There it is. Well, your hair is not committed to you? Well, hey, dude. You know, it's, and that's a good point. Good point. Okay? So, that is how deeply ingrained it is in me, is that even my external body parts are not committed either. So, it's, yeah, I mean, that's the exact point that I'm trying to, ooh. There we go. Yeah, I got something good. All right, awesome. Dark Moon experience buff. I don't need it. Like, I will not need it. Because, what is it called? The Emissary today is Champions of Azeroth. So I just complete those and I'm fucking done. Like, I mean, it's just that easy, man. I'm done. That easy. Is there anything that I actually need from TOT? Horadon, Genrock. Oh, I needed 2 items from them. Okay, well, that sucks.